guys, welcome back to Two Hot Beans in a Pod. I'm Liz.
I'm Itzel.
Thank you for tuning in and joining us yet for another quarantine-style episode.
Yeah, distancing ourselves for sure.
Yeah, practicing social distancing.
It sucks.
It does. It really does. I feel so lonely. It's like we have all this time in the world, but then you can't really do a lot. Like,
Exactly.
You can't go anywhere. I will say yesterday I was in San Diego and I wanted to stop by the beach, but for time purposes, like I couldn't. Ironically, I needed to be back. So I couldn't stop by the beach, but then I come home and I see like that a bunch of people were at the beach and stuff, and unfortunately because of that we're getting now stricter rules because people aren't practicing social distancing, and I'm just like,
they're not listening, dude. People are not listening.
No.
You know, it's okay though. It's been a little bit lonely not having you here or around. It's been a tough week, but today we're gonna have a pretty exciting episode. We're gonna talk about the current shows and movies that are on Netflix, Hulu, and all of the above. I watch mostly Netflix and Hulu. And today we have a special guest, guys. Oh God, I said it wrong. See, this is what happens. We have a special guest, and we have. She's falling asleep.
Come on. Come out.
Hello, guys.
Marlene!
I'll get on it. Let me just.
She's ready to fight. She's feisty.
I know.
I'll be up there in a moment.
Yeah, there's several shows that are in right now. They're currently famous, and one of them is On the Block.
On my block.
Yes, on my
Yeah,
block.
currently trending shows on Netflix. Oh, good old Netflix. What would we do without you? Well, I know that. I mean, you have Marlene there, so it's pretty good. I think that you'd be entertained even without Netflix.
Yeah. Which other ones are there? It's currently On the Block, and then it's Cool Girls.
On my block, bro.
Oh.
Mean Girl or Good Girls. Good Girls.
People's faces.
Yeah. Don't
Keep that in the mind. Just be like this all the time.
On My Block.
On My Block, yes. I love that show.
Me
It's
too.
one of my favorite shows.
Very-
Right? It's a good show.
It's very. They're sorry, I can't even speak. But I like it. It's different in so many ways. But at the same time, it's the same in so many ways. Because apparently my friend over here, she doesn't like it as much.
It's because the fact that I hate the two main characters. Monse and Caesar. Oh my God, they're so annoying. First of all, Caesar has no sense of self. He has no, like, how do you say it? Like, his emotions are like the same. It's either he's happy or sad or stressed out. It's like, and
Yeah.
like, this guy. And then second of all, he can't have any kind of decisions on his own. It's either whatever Monse says or the brother says. He can never take a decision on himself.
But then again, Monse helps him though, because Monse is trying to do the right thing for him because he's so, like you say, he's so bleh. But he cares.
So easily manipulated.
But come on, that happens in relationships. There's always someone that's a manipulated one. Like, example.
I'm just saying the fact that it's just like he's a very smart guy and you can tell, but he can't. It takes a lot for him to make a decision on his own, and only when he sees that he fucked up, he can realize
he overthinks it.
Yeah, I do like. What's the black guy's name? What's his name?
I forgot his name.
Oh, I forgot.
I forgot his name.
I will say I binge watched that show. I want to say
I binge watched it too, so
like it only took me like 2 weeks to finish, and that was a while ago that I finished it. So
let me Google it, guys, because I must know the name.
Yeah, and then while she's doing that, for you guys who haven't watched the show, On My Block it's based on a group of teenagers in LA, and it shows like every single one of them, their struggles in living in unfortunately like the rougher part of LA.
Yeah.
So Caesar is trying to escape the gang life. Monse is pretty much the strong head of the group, and she's the only girl of the group. It's probably why she's so controlling. And then you have Ruby or Ruben.
Oh, that's the guy. I like him.
You like Ruben?
Or Ruben.
Yeah, he's very like, you know, and I like them too because you can see their different personalities and they're like they make decisions like I like Jamal. He's very smart.
Have you finished season 3?
No, I'm in season 2 actually.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I don't want to spoil it. But
Yeah, don't spoil it. I'm still watching.
I already finished the whole show, so I will say that like for me, I found myself watching the show because it's a little bit relatable. Like Caesar's predicament, like when he gets like more into the show. Unfortunately, I did grow up in really rough parts of my neighborhood or my city, and we did have friends who were dealing with his situation. And I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't watched it.
Haven't seen it.
Like when he found himself,
yeah,
you know, out alone and he had no one, he couldn't turn to his own family because they just kind of disowned him. Unfortunately, I did have friends like that. And it's like you have to rely on the family that you created in the streets to survive.
Yeah.
So for me, that part right there was very relatable. I think that's why I liked watching it. There was another show that I remember watching. I don't know if you girls watched it. It was East Los High. Just watching some of the like those girls, it just made me laugh because it's kind of stereotypical, but some of it's spot on, and it's so funny. Brings back memories.
Is it on Netflix?
East Los High, I believe, yeah.
Okay.
It was on Netflix or on Hulu. I think it was Hulu, actually. That one was a pretty good one. It was funny. But yeah, that's why I like On My Block.
Yeah.
Because it's funny.
I do like the sense of humor. It is funny. Don't get me wrong. It's just I get annoyed so quick, but I'm just like, and that take us to the next show that I don't know if you've seen.
Which one?
Cool Girls.
No.
It's really funny. It's really
Cool Girls. Where is it?
You mean Good Girls?
Oh yeah, Good Girls. See, I'm getting shit all wrong here today. It's this one.
It's about 3 moms who are.
And like, has season 3 come out or not yet?
No,
yeah, it did. It's out on Hulu. Season 3 is on Hulu.
Oh, no, it's also on Hulu.
Okay.
Oh, I seen Good
Season
Girls.
3 is on Hulu, but season 1 and 2 are on Netflix. So I mean, it's a good way to binge watch it. And that one's about 3 ladies who rob a grocery store, but they didn't know it was actually like a front for a drug dealer. So they find themselves in dealing with all of these
situations to get out of it.
So that one's pretty good. I
like
honestly I started watching it because I noticed that Donna Meagle, I don't know if you watched Parks and Rec, but she was on there, so that kind of caught my attention. And the lady from Mad Men.
Oh yeah, the main character.
Oh yeah, Joan is on there. So that's honestly why I started watching it. It's like there's 2 of my favorite people. I don't know who the other lady is, but
no, I've only seen her on this movie, The Duff, but she was too old for that movie.
Right.
She was
that is
old
her
for that movie. Yeah. They tried to make her look young, but she didn't look like a freaking. Sorry, I was about to.
It's okay.
Like a 16-year-old. She looked like already like a 22, 25. But
yeah, she didn't look her age.
Only part I know her from, I think. What other shows have you guys watched?
Well, I'm stuck in that one right now with Good Girls. It's really good. I get it. See, that's another one that annoys me. The little short girl, the younger sister.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she always fucks everything up. It annoys me, and I'm just like, it's always you for everything.
No, that's what makes a show. Someone has to fuck it up.
But if you fuck it up every time, I would slap you, dude. I'd be like, get your shit situated.
No, that's how they get a show on. Someone has to fuck it up. That's how they make the episodes. That's how they make the.
Yeah. I mean, all these characters, as annoying as they are, they have an important role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do.
Besides that, like all I've been watching are documentaries. I know.
I haven't had time for documentaries. I wish. Like you told me about the case of someone you watched. It was a series. You're like, you're gonna cry because of this. It's on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. The case of
The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez.
yes,
Yeah.
Gabriel Fernandez. It's really that one's really sad, and it was, his truth, his story when it came out. It's heartbreaking to see, but the reality, there's a lot of that going on around us, and we are not aware of it.
Was
And
it kids getting molested or
no,
abused?
abused.
Dude,
Yeah.
like, do you remember when we used to lived in Lake Elsinore and they found a little girl in the mountains? Do
Yeah.
you remember that news?
Yeah,
That was creepy. Like, we were only, what, 10, 12,
I think it was 11.
11?
Oh,
And my mom
scary.
knew the mom. It was so weird. Like, they knew her.
Yeah.
And she was like, what, 7, 8? That's so effed up. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy, like all these things that happen that you're just unaware of.
I know. But I'm just glad things like that come out so people can have a little bit more precautions and see that.
Be like raise more awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on another note, I watched this other show called Beastars. It's an anime, but it's not like even you guys can watch that show, and I think even you guys would like it because you guys like Zootopia, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like Zootopia, but it's like for a little bit more adult people, and it's based on that, like herbivores and carnivores and how they have to get along. Well, no, they don't have to, but they try to get along and try to conceal like their what do you call it? How they have to conceal that they're actually carnivores.
Carnivores.
Herbivores. It's an anime kind of base style anime series, but it's really good if you're like into Zootopia. If you really like Zootopia, you'll like Beastars. It's really good. Just putting it out there. If you guys want to watch something,
D-Stars, okay.
it's
Are you
streaming
guys
right now in Netflix.
Okay, D-Stars. I'll take a look at it. My son is very big on anime.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 9. So
Okay, no, he
he's
can't
like-
watch this. He has to be.
okay.
He has to be at least 13 because
Oh,
it's not like rated R, but it's not PG-13. You know?
yeah. It's not rated G for.
Yeah, it's not like oh, but your kid is gonna be like, why is that animal in underwear, mom? So they just,
Oh, okay.
Precautious.
yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't want to have to explain things
yeah,
right now. I'm not ready for it yet.
yeah. There you go.
Ready for
Talking
that
about
talk.
explaining, girls. Have you guys? I already finished it, and I've been telling Liz about it that she should get on it. Sex education.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
it's really funny.
It's really great.
You learn a lot of things that people are not aware of.
No, it's like the perfect show to show your kids when they're like they're
I
turning
watched it with
13.
Adrian, and it was like, what is this, mom? And I was like,
because America's health like system for kids, sex education for kids is like poop. It's like I don't want to say the S word, but it's total poop. And also Korea has a bad sex education. That's why in Japan it's all right. No, it's not even all right. But in Japan people don't. I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about this, but you just have to know that America has the worst freaking sex education ever. And I'm so glad they made this show for parents to put it like, here you go, kids, because American parents are like kind of lazy when it comes towards that. Some of them, and some of them are too religious, and some of them just don't care. So
and get uncomfortable.
or get uncomfortable.
It's an uncomfortable subject to talk about with your kids, but unfortunately you do have to have that talk, and you need to build that relationship with them, or if not, like they're gonna go off and they're gonna do all these dumb things, and you're gonna regret it. I started watching it, but I don't know. I fell off. But I'll get back to it so we can discuss it.
I know you would like it.
I already finished it.
I know.
Girl, I was on it every day. I was like, oh, yeah.
Bro, I also, what do you call it, binge watched the first season when it came out, and I binge watched the second season like right that day. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna see. But yeah,
I know, but those are the ones that I've been watching. I don't know if you guys seen any more that are trending.
Have you guys seen You? It's really weird.
Oh yes, I watched You.
Part.
it's so creepy how like people can stalk you just like that. Because I'm not a big what do you call it,
Media.
internet, like
Internet
Social
geek?
media.
like social media person. I'm not. I have I mean, if I couldn't, I wouldn't have Facebook, but I have Facebook because I have all my family, all my friends, and especially my family, because most of my family is in Mexico, and that's the easiest way to communicate them.
To get in contact with
Yeah,
everybody.
because I don't even
Yeah.
have Instagram. I don't have Twitter. I just.
I know. I was like, want to tweet me?
Yeah.
No.
No wonder we ain't friends on the gram, Marlene. I was
Not
starting
even
to type away. I'm
yeah,
like, this bitch.
and I don't have a lot. I only have that. I used to have Tumblr, but now it's all boring. You guys,
You see,
people have Tumblr. They know what I'm talking about.
I don't really know what Tumblr is.
Yeah.
I never had Tumblr.
I
Tumblr,
just found out about what is it? What's the new one that's coming out that people are like doing like little videos?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok.
TikTok. There you go. See, I don't even know the damn name.
Yeah, I feel like TikTok is more of the same thing that it was before.
It's Vine. It's like Vine.
It's Vine.
It's Vine, but now it's actually for kids. It's not a bunch of porno like on Vine.
Did you have Vine, Marlene?
No.
How do you know it was porno?
Oh, I would I would.
All the Vine stuff I see are like people doing pretty much the same thing on TikTok.
Yeah, no, but there was a joke about it, like, oh, when you open Vine, all these people are showing off how they're getting laid. But then if you go to like the certain sections where it's funny, you see all the funny people. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I was too lazy to download that shit.
It had categories, I see.
Yeah. The only thing I have right now that I use a lot is YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
YouTube's very trending since it's been a few years now that YouTube is trending.
Yeah. YouTube is teaching me how to speak French right now, so hey.
Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, guys.
Yeah. Now that we're on this topic, ring the bell. You know, and hit subscribe, thumbs up.
Oh,
subscribe.
I'm like, do you have an actual bell? I thought you were gonna bring a bell like this. Anyways,
any other shows you guys recommend?
Personally for myself, that Elite one I started kind of like looking at that one too because it's in Spanish and I'm curious to like listen to a lot of the Spain Spanish. That's where that place is based on. So yeah, exactly. So that one looks interesting. Other than that, I mean, unless you want to watch some documentaries with me, we could discuss those. The Chef Show is a pretty good one. It's a cooking show. I like that one.
You know what you should watch? Ugly Delicious. I
actually do watch Ugly Delicious. That one's interesting.
I haven't watched the new season, but I love it because it's true what he says. Like a lot of people, especially Americans, criticize food that looks ugly, but in reality, it's really good.
It's so good.
It's like how he was talking about the Koreans and their style of cooking, and they never changed it for Americans. They kept it raw and like it's their cuisine, and they never changed it. They never Americanized it like the Chinese. I love how he talks about that. It's really good. It's really cool. You know?
Yeah, I was actually watching the episode last night where he's talking about how carne asada is actually a Lebanese food. It's not. People think that it originated in Mexico, but it really came from the Lebanese. So you learn a lot of like history from that show as well as just more than food.
Porque in Mexico, the tacos al pastor, they're actually not their creation. It actually came from
Mexico City.
That's what it is.
No, not Mexico City. Oh, it's from the 18 somethings, but it came from, I think, the immigrants that came from what you just said.
Yeah, the Lebanese. Yeah, that's what I said.
It was usually it was usually like kebab or something, and they make it al tacos al pastor. It's just put a tortilla and tacos al pastor.
They originally, I think they used lamb, if I'm not mistaken, and then in Mexico they adapted the whole Spitfire thing, but that's when they started using pork instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I like that show. I am learning a lot.
Yeah,
I do learn a little bit of history.
I'm not a big cooking person, so I cannot relate.
Me neither. I hate cooking. You know this.
That's
But
true.
I just
I
love
love cooking.
I just love like learning new things, like the history of it. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes, constantly learning. That's
I'm
know,
all
just-
into about criminal series. So
yeah, you are.
and Deadly Women. That's what I watch nonstop.
Oh, if you're into criminal things, have you watched Dirty Money?
No, I have not watched.
Oh yes, I love Dirty Money. Dirty Money is a really good one too. It said,
Opens your
but it's more like, huh?
it opens your eyes and like what the like.
Where's
oh
that
my
one
God.
at?
And
It's on Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix. Yes, I watched Dirty Money, and
Like,
yeah, I learned so much.
What happened on Wells Fargo that I just recently watched that episode. I'm like, what? I knew something fishy was going on Wells Fargo. Thank God I never got it. I have it now.
Suspicious.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it
because of my employer, but I remember when that was going down, and also with
yeah,
them.
you vaguely hear about these things, but you never really look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, the one with what is it like Trump's son-in-law? That one's interesting too.
Ooh, I was looking at that too.
Which one's that one? I'm looking at
It's
the
on
shows,
Dirty
guys.
Money.
If you guys are wondering why I'm looking away.
Oh,
It's
good episode.
in the second season of Dirty Money. Oh no, have you watched the ones with the Volkswagen? I think it was Volkswagen's cars. How they were cheating the system.
Oh yes, with yeah, that's why they were getting recalled.
Yeah, like
Yes.
all those recalls. Believe it or not, guys, they're in Mexico. Mexico are using them. Like Volkswagen, like got all those freaking cars, right? And they're like selling them in Mexico. Like everyone, not everyone, but most of the people in Mexico have Volkswagens now and they're getting them cheap, and they're like nice looking cars, and they have them there, and it's like,
yep.
And I always thought, like, why is there so much Volkswagens here? And like nice cars too, and they're so cheap. And then I saw Dirty Money, I'm like, oh, and I connected everything. I'm like, wow, no wonder.
They're so bad for our ecosystem.
Oh yeah, but Mexico,
So bad.
They don't
give a heck.
Yeah, there's
I know,
where I
people,
live. It used to be like a nice secluded ranch, like right. There was no pollution. Right now the pollution is crazy over there because there's so many what do you call it? Fabricas,
Yeah, warehouses.
Fabricas, like warehouses and stuff.
A lot of them, like a lot.
Oh,
it's like,
that's kind of
it's
sad.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's why there's a lot of cancer over there too in Mexico.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cancer cases and like really young people too, which is, it's so bizarre. But I mean, I guess that's everywhere, but in Mexico, because they gossip a lot, it's a tradition to gossip a lot. You hear a lot of gossip from like,
I know.
So and so.
I remember as a little girl, like we would always, it was do your homework, go outside and play, like during the weeks. It was go outside and play, and we knew that to come home because the street lights turned on. But at the same time, it was like eat dinner. After dinner, we'd all sit down, like the ladies of the house, all sit down and watch our novelas, and then they would be gossiping. I was like, like between my mom and my aunts and like my grandma and stuff, all the older women would be gossiping. It's like, it's in our culture.
Oh yeah,
the chisme was real.
Yeah, and it would be like about my cousins and stuff, or like the older
women.
women.
It's just like chisme.
The neighbors' kids. It's,
no, believe it or not, in Mexico, I'm not a chismosa. I don't know when people are talking about people.
Really?
Yeah, Janelle knows more than me. Janelle is my sister. She knows more people than I do. Like, I don't know if I'm antisocial over there. I just don't like to get out in Mexico. It's really scary sometimes. Like,
yeah.
Especially when like narcos kind of live where, not narcos, but the family narcos live.
Yeah, close by.
Over there. Like they pay the government. Where I live, they pay literally the government to take care of the families. And I'm not gonna say where I live because I don't want to get. But just saying, that's why it's kind of scary getting. I mean, there's a lot of police. You see a lot of police where I'm at, which is cool. But police over there are really crooked. Like, you never know. Like when you see in the series are not exaggerating. That's literally what happens. You can buy a policeman really quick because they get paid. They don't get paid the greatest, so you don't, narcos or people with a lot of money, they can pay them off, to lie for you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I rarely go over there.
Yeah.
Good. You should be very careful.
Not here. Jeez,
I don't really.
where I want to be.
No, thank you. I mean, back in high school, we used to go over there for tacos and stuff, but it's changed a lot. So, yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm okay. I'll stress out over here on this side.
I know.
Like here, it's weird because here you can go. Well, not right now because of quarantine. But here you can go clubbing on Friday, Saturday, and come back home on an Uber if you get drunk, safely, like nothing. You don't even think about it. But over there in Mexico, there's the people go to the bailes, which is the dances, a lot because that's the only kind of safe place you can go because everybody's there that you know, or people are there that know you. And if you disappear or something, everybody knows. They're like, oh yeah, she went here, right? But if you go to a club in Mexico, it's very risky because nobody knows you, and narcos can come, or like sicarios, they can just come and like probably if they like you or they don't like you, they can just kill you there, or you can disappear. It's so scary and raw, like ugh.
Yeah, it's like going to any foreign country, though. I mean, we've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are right. But like when it comes to Europe and like Japan and probably no, I can't say. I mean, South Korea, sorry.
Yeah,
South
no one's been
Korea,
to North
yeah.
Korea.
But like, but yeah, not all the countries are safe. That's the like that's the point of it.
Yeah. Just
Well,
be very choosy on where you go.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
You have
I
to
mean,
be
those are all my Netflix shows I've been watching so far, other than documentaries. And I do some YouTube. YouTube's got
Yeah.
some interesting things.
I haven't been into much YouTube, and then I watch a lot more cartoons than anything. So I've been watching Hey Arnold, Doug, Curious George. I'm not ashamed of it.
Papa Pig.
Peppa Pig.
Papa Pig. Yeah. I never watched Papa Pig until today. Like I'm like, oh, they're British. They're British pigs. Yeah. I'm like,
This girl.
I've seen articles that apparently Papa Pig is super depressing, but it's a cute
Really?
show. Like, where's the depression at? Like, apparently, like it's hidden. Like the parents are depressed or someone's depressed. I don't know. Is it true?
Really? That's
No, I don't see
interesting.
that depressed. They're always trying to do something exciting and
Yeah. Like, I
Personally,
guess I need
I
to
don't
watch
know.
it to be cynical about it.
I think it's boring. I don't like Pig. I tried watching it with Amiga here, and I'm just like,
I'm sorry. I don't know what is wrong. Okay, I watch more cartoons than anything. I get entertained. I watch
Well,
SpongeBob.
the cartoons back then, our era, it was golden. Like Us Told by Ginger, SpongeBob.
Yeah, SpongeBob. I watch Hey Arnold. I
Hey
watch Doug.
Arnold.
I watch the Rugrats.
Like right now, you don't like the current cartoons, right? You don't like
I
Bob's
don't.
Burger.
I love Bob's
Oh,
Burger.
you do? Oh, I thought you
love
told me you
Bob's
didn't
Burger.
like it.
No, Bob's Burger. I do. I don't like
You
the
told me
Adventure Times.
Oh, really?
I can't
It's
stand
so
Adventure
sad.
Times.
If you follow the timeline, Adventure Times it's deep, but at the same time, they don't want to make it so deep for kids that they like add some fart jokes or like something
I
like
think it's kind
some
of
fart jokes.
not fart jokes, but I mean
Yeah.
like easy jokes, you know.
Yeah.
It is.
Have you guys ever watched like Samurai Jack? That was
Yes,
a good show. I love Samurai Jack.
I haven't seen that one.
Samurai Jack is deep too.
Yeah.
Man, that
Adventure
one's
Times I don't
good.
like. It's kind of like it's so boring. It's so stupid.
Yeah, Samurai Jack. I watched Samurai Jack and Samurai Shampoo, which is an anime.
Ooh, yeah. The only cartoon I want to say I've really tried to binge watch as of recent was Star Wars, the Clone Wars. But my son jumped ahead and just finished the whole fucking season or all the episodes without me, so I'm like a little salty right now. Yeah, what a jerk.
Oh wait, you said you didn't like Rick and Morty, right? That's the one you said you didn't like.
Yeah, that one, Rick and Morty.
Sorry for interrupting you. Before I lost.
I love Rick and Morty. It's
I
funny.
love it too. It's
just funny.
It is
I don't
funny.
see the humor. It's like it's like so funny because I don't like watching The Simpsons because I hate stupidity. So Homer is so stupid, and that's the whole point of the cartoon. And I'm just like, I can't stand this.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. He's stupid, but you shouldn't only look at Homer. You should look like how outstanding Lisa is, like how brilliant she is, and nobody pays attention to. Oh, that's why you hate, huh?
Yeah, I hate that.
Okay.
And then like how all the work that Marge does for the whole family, nobody cares for it. I'm just like,
well, it's like Family. I can't stand Family Guy. Even though sometimes I see it's brilliance of it. Like, yeah, they try to bring something to light, but I can't handle Peter. It's like, also,
Yes, it's a stupid man. I'm like,
No, I disagree with you guys. I watch all of those. I watch both those. Those are funny. And American Dad. I watch American Dad.
Yeah, I like Family's Guys and the Simpsons humor, but I just can't watch it all the time.
Yeah.
I love Rick and Morty because the only dumb one right there is supposed to be his dad. What's his name? Is the dad?
Yeah. Fuck, I forgot his name too. I can't. I'm like drawing blanks right now. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like Rick and Morty is so deep at the same time because Rick is always depressed. Like he is like self-destructive destructive in a way.
Yeah.
But also you do get that. You just don't like the
I just don't like it.
Yeah.
It's like I get annoyed. I get really annoyed by stupidity. And it's so funny because I like watching King of the Hill.
Oh, me too.
King of the
As
Hill.
racist as freaking he is, it's that humor.
No, he's less racist than his other friends though.
I know, but like, you know what I mean? It's like I can get that. Like I think that one's funny.
The one that I don't like either, I mean, I like its humor, but I really hate how like they like mistreat women in a way there is the Big Bang Theory, like how the guys are
yeah.
They're so sexist. And like the main character, he tries to defend he tries to go against their sexism, but he doesn't go like through it. He just like blows it up like, you guys don't be that. Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard? Yeah.
Leonard's the one with the glasses.
It's like, I mean, it's amazing how they portray women that are really smart, but at the same time, it's like the guys like just are so sexist sometimes. And I'm starting to sound like a millennial, but it's actually true though, you know?
Yeah, I will say that. I don't know if you guys ever watch the clips where they take out the laughing part, like someone will go out and edit it and then they just like do a run of like certain things that they say to like Penny or to any of the other girls, and it is like pretty messed up, the things they say, but because they cover it up with the background laughter, it tries to like, it highlights it as humor, but in reality it is a little like messed up. I don't know. I do get entertained with that show though. I mean, it's kind of funny.
Like if you like comic books or like, you know, stuff like that, you kind of like it because I like it like that because I'm a little bit into comic books, a little bit into
same here.
Japanese comic books, which is manga. So when I see, I'm like, oh, that's funny. I get it. But then again, like, oh my God, you're so sexist right now. Why are you being like that?
Yeah.
Like be like that on your own time, like when you're alone, like your inner thoughts, but you can't.
But yeah, but I think it just shows like for Sheldon, he's as smart as he is, he's not socially aware.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, it just kind of, for me, the way I see it is like, okay, you're an intelligent man and you're brilliant, but you're also kind of dumb in a certain way.
You know what? I have a friend that he's like Sheldon. He's also a white male. He's really cute, but he was like Sheldon. He was like, he wouldn't understand. Have I talked about you?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but like then he got together with my friend, and she's also Latina.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And she kind of started changing his mind too, like his mindset, like, no, don't be like that. That's really me. Like, think about the consequences. Like he was like Sheldon. He was very outspoken, and like and he is brilliant too. But she like kind of made him realize, like, don't be like that. Like you're hurting people's feelings, or like, you know, like that. And now he's a better person to be around, actually.
So I mean, sometimes as smart as they are, they're not all the way there.
And that's what happened to Sheldon too when he got married to the late, what's her name? What was her name?
I can't remember.
I can't even remember her name.
I forgot her name.
Yeah, but she got married to him, and she also made him realize, like, stop being this way. Like, that's not the correct way to be, and whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, he was so messed up to her.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was a bad boyfriend in some sense. In a lot of ways, but yeah, that's a pretty interesting show to watch. I will say I'm not a big fan of it. I like don't go out of my way to watch it, but when it's on and it's there, hey, I don't mind watching it. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you guys for having me here. I'm gonna go. I have some stuff to do. So thank you very
Some more
much.
margaritas to mix. I heard you're
Yeah.
quite the margarita maker.
No, we're not
Yeah.
drinking right now.
No, thank
I'm
you so
finishing like a test or something. But thank you guys.
No,
And
thank you for being with us.
you're welcome.
Thank you so much for listening to us, guys. And remember, let us know what kind of shows are you guys watching. What's the current going on Netflix and Hulu, and just let us know what to watch, because there's so many things we haven't watched and so much time to go for. So right now,
I know that, or yeah, any recommendations, guys? Or what are your thoughts? What are your takes on some of the shows that we mentioned? If you watched it, or if you're going to start watching it, we'd like to know.
yes.
Well, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you so much for being here. Don't remember to like, comment, ring the bell. How do you say it? Ring
Yeah, don't forget to ring the bell.
the bell. Freaking Marlene, she got that in my head. And I was like, subscribe, guys. Let us know how we're doing and what you guys want to talk about. Comment, email us, find us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, tweet us. Thanks again, and happy quarantine, everyone.
Yeah, happy self-isolation.
I know.
Woo!
I miss you.
I miss you too, Amiga.
All right. Bye, guys. This is Two Hot Beans in a Pod. Thank you so much, and until next time.